In just weird news.
Jizz weird?
Jizz weird.
It's his Canadian accent.
No. Submitted by Lego My Ego, singer Grimes shared her training regimen, which includes some very weird things. I'm gonna like this one. Grimes, the singer, I don't know.
The lady?
Not a great name.
Do you know okay, the last time we talked about her and the first time I ever heard about her was
Is that a police car on the
I
back?
almost bought that shirt.
She needs some sun.
No, it's the guy.
No, he needs some milk.
Oh, I thought it was blue.
Yeah, from this angle it does look like
She kind of looks lost.
You know, when you said that, I pictured the UK ones. Like, I don't know.
So far, I didn't hear what, did you say police car?
Yeah, I thought I saw a police car on the back, but I guess not.
You guys are dumb.
Yeah. There is a lot of black and white.
It was because she was dating Elon Musk.
Oh, man.
That lady.
That's Cyborg, okay.
Yeah.
How old is she? Because in that last picture, I thought she was like 17.
Ooh.
She's
Yeah, maybe.
actually 16. Just kidding.
What?
When you said Grimes, for some reason I thought it was Leanne Grimes.
Yeah, me too.
So I was like,
Grimes?
yeah, that's what I was expecting, an old lady. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's her.
I don't know how old she is. Let me Google that really quick. But
She's the one that sings, How Do I Live Without You?
she's 31.
Whoa, she looks good.
Grimes is 31.
She looks like 17.
Looks really young.
Let me tell you why she's in the
Skincare regimen?
Is she still with him?
training
It's
regimen.
training regimen.
No,
I wonder what that is.
it was very short-lived because remember she invited Azalea Banks, and then
Yeah, that whole story.
texting her about like his dick size and stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And he said, you're terminated. He's just like, he's cold.
Yeah, so she posted on Instagram these photos with
Those are beautiful.
Those are really cool pictures.
this caption. And
She's on lava.
she's launching an Adidas sponsored thing with Stella McCartney collaboration. So, in the caption, it says, Adidas, tell us about your training regimen. Grimes, my training is a 360 approach. I first maintain a healthy cellular routine where I maximize the function of my mitochondria with supplements such as NAD+, acetyl-L-carnitine, maybe you can help me.
The acetyl L-carnitine, magnesium.
etc. This helps promote ATP and is incredibly visceral.
What's ATP?
Adenosine triphosphate.
God damn.
I'm so glad you're here.
I've trained.
I'm so glad.
If I may interject for a second, this is all bullshit what she's saying, but go on.
But she's using big words.
It's all using big words. That's what it is. Like you said, like what's ATP? Like the average person reading
Maybe
this.
you know that.
Let me tell you the rest, and it could be very.
Because I don't even get the point. I don't get the point of what she's doing.
Let me tell you the rest.
Okay.
We're
So,
about to get slapped.
Okay.
okay, from that point, I spend 2 to 4 hours in my deprivation tank. This allows me to.
my God.
Astroglide to other dimensions.
What? Isn't that a lube?
I think so.
You're good with that. Past, present, and future. In the afternoons, I do 1 to 2 hour sword fighting session with my trainer, James Liu. We go over the fundamentals.
We know James Liu.
You do?
Yeah.
Sword fight?
James the Dragon Liu.
I don't know.
He's an OG
He
choreographer.
thinks it's stupid as hell, but he's like, she's paying me a fat check, so whatever.
LEW, right?
LEW.
Yeah, we know this guy.
He came to one of our reads.
Oh, tight. Wait, was I there?
Yeah, you were there.
Wait, who was he?
The Asian guy.
Oh, the older. Oh, cool. Anyway, so James Liu, we go over the fundamentals that work the obliques, core stabilizes,
Shout outs to James.
and
He's a famous like stunt coordinator and like, yeah, he's been in Hollywood.
He's done Jackie Chan stuff, like
Bruce Lee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now he's doing grime stuff.
Yeah.
Good for him.
yeah. Okay, core stabilizes and triceps as well as a few tricks. To wind down from this, I spend 30 to 45 minutes on an incline hike at roughly 4 to 4.5 miles per hour, arguably the most efficient workout. I then spend 45 minutes stretching before heading into the studio where my mind and body are functioning at peak level with a neuroplastic goal between 57.5 and 71.5 alpha Cs, parentheses, which is my preferred range for my blood type. I've outfitted my studio with the highest grade of red light. It is pretty much 1000 SQFIR sauna.
Square feet infrared sauna.
Thank you. Hana then comes over and we do a screaming session for 20 to 25
That's the only one I think is really effective.
Yeah.
while I slow boil the honey tea that maximizes my vocal proficiency.
Oh, what the fuck was she screaming?
I have
Singer, right?
Yeah, she's a singer. I have also eliminated all blue light from my vision through an experimental surgery that removes the top film of my eyeball and replaces it with an orange ultra-flex polymer that my friend and I made in the lab this past winter as a means to cure seasonal depression. I go to bed with a
Wait, she made it in a lab and then inserted it in her eye?
You know what's funny?
With her friend? Oh, sorry, excuse me.
I think the honey tea is the only thing that actually
was
works,
legit.
right? Because a lot of singers use honey tea to
Is it-
soothe their throat.
Did she just make this up as bullshit to troll, or is she like?
I was thinking that.
So
this can't
Adidas
be
is like
possibly.
in it. Adidas is like about it.
This is her Adidas thing.
Was it like hashtag LA life or whatever?
No, so there are hashtags. It's hashtag ASMC, hashtag Adidas Parlay. Hashtag created with Adidas, hashtag gentrify Modor.
Gentrify Modor?
Mordor, like from Lord of the
Mordor,
Rings.
Right.
Oh.
I'm confused.
It's her caption, so if I could not drop a little bit of science, but just say outright that her entire training regimen, Bart knows this makes absolutely no sense. And
It's all pseudoscience.
Yeah, and all the words that she's using, she's just thrown. Arguably, the most efficient was the thing she said.
Between a 4 to a 5 incline.
And is she funny? Maybe she's just trolling.
Oh, I hope so.
She strikes me as being someone that takes herself way too seriously, just by her Adidas photos. Like, you know, like if they were kind of jokey photos, and then that caption.
But you don't know if she's a funny person and then she did a serious kind of photo like that.
That's really nice.
Like that one guy
is
that
really
does
nice,
all
though.
the Jenner photos, or was it Jenner or Kris Jenner? Or
Oh, that guy.
Kirby Jenner.
Kirby
Yeah,
Jenner.
yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. So the reports are just like, so Grimes is saying she did this experimental surgery to cure seasonal depression by removing.
Because they that's an illegal surgery. That remember that model that changed an eye color and pretended to be that one disease thing,
Huh?
or not disease, a genetic. Like, okay, so she had one brown eye and one blue eye, and she became famous as a model because it was like this genetic thing, and she was like, we need more representation in the industry and blah blah blah. And she had
Husky
this-
representation?
Yeah, I just had this sob story about her getting bullied and stuff, but it turns out she just used to wear a contact in one eye, and then she got this surgery to replace her eye color.
my God.
But that surgery, you can only get it in like India, and that company that does it, a bunch of people have been going blind from that surgery.
Oh my
And like,
So thank God she
and their
survived.
eye just turns black. Like the pupil just takes over the whole eye, and it just turns black.
And did that happen to her?
Not yet.
So I know I've heard about this surgery to change your eye color from freaking T.I.'s wife, Tiny. She did it for her eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like ice blue.
Yeah.
Why would you do
The
that?
thing is, it still looks kind of fake because they just put a filament underneath your actual eye or whatever, and it still looks a fake color. It just is like surgically in your eye.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm wondering if that's a similar surgery. Like, how else can you remove the blue
It's
from
an
it?
experimental. I'm like, you a scientist?
With her friend.
Invented in the lab? What lab are you? Like,
It
she
doesn't
just,
seem like
That's why it sounds.
scientific at all.
well, she's misusing all those things.
That's why it sounds like a troll.
Maybe her friend's Elon and they were doing it in the lab.
You could be completely right.
Like when they're making fun of like LA culture, and like
Yeah.
then I have an acai bowl with exactly
Yeah.
3 granola pieces, you know.
It could
It
be.
feels like she's
And
so
my life
extreme
coach
that
tells
it's
me
like
that-
she's trolling the LA motherfucking like new age people.
Right.
Andy Kaufman has like
Yeah.
level of satire where no one knows that she's joking, but she is,
Yeah.
because I've heard conversations and have interacted with people bits and pieces, but when you string
Put them all
8 of them,
together.
like,
Yeah,
that's a
What I'm
lot.
saying.
So it could be.
Like the honey tea's legit though, so like that's it's like why would you
humidifier part.
yeah, why would you throw in one legit thing?
To make it
To throw it off.
better, it's a better
That's
troll.
a better lie.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, to
So
actually throw it.
these publications, they said that they reached out to Adidas to get some sort of insight. Like, is this satirical or is this for real? Like, but they haven't gotten back to.
They're like, let's just see how this plays out.
That makes it seem
Because they
like
don't want to
it's
offend.
satirical.
They don't want to offend the fans that actually believe this
Now, would
bullshit.
Adidas get behind that, you think, though? Because it's such a big
That's true.
company, all their product signaling and all their brand talk, they would probably want to be on point. So that's why I feel it has to be legit, because why would they endorse just a troll post.
Maybe she's trolling them too.
Wow,
They're
we're getting
ready
yeah.
for the Flat Earth campaign. They're gonna be like the new Adidas Flat Earth, and then it's like a new shoe that comes out, and it's all for people like this.
You want to hear something fucked up about flat Earth?
Yes.
So, who here believes the Earth is
intrigued.
flat?
Oh, for sure.
Is if you ask our generation, or let's say people above 25 and above, it's like 1% or 2%. It's very low, but they've actually
Still pretty
shown
high.
it's 2% too high.
Yeah, that's
but-
really high.
They've shown that the younger generation, due to just a bunch of factors, a lot of maybe misinformation on the internet, YouTube, alternative news sources, they'll say like there's some that will claim that there's not just one sun, there's actually two suns in our solar system. Just a lot of weird information that's wrong. That I forget the statistic, it's an alarmingly high amount of people 25 and younger that genuinely believe, and they were asked like not a troll, like do you
makes
think the
sense.
Earth is flat? And instead of 1 to 2%, it's something crazy like 8%. Like it's too
No
too high.
way.
It is
So-
too high. You know what's crazy?
We're getting even more stupid. Is the point?
You could fly in a plane and see the curvature of the Earth. Like if you didn't believe it, like that high up. Like it's not something that we can't. A lot of science things you can't
Omar,
disprove.
they
dome.
changed the windows and
You know what's crazy? Someone did ask them. They were like, "Then is the moon flat?" And they're like, "No, we've seen the moon. The moon is round."
Wow. They agree that
It's
everything.
hanging in the filament or whatever. There's like a dome, and they're like the moon and sun are hanging in the filament. But there's fucking astronauts taking like videos in space of the Earth,
yeah.
like as they're flying.
No,
past
they're
it.
fake,
I
Nikki.
know, and that's like why can't we just look up that real quick and then be like, okay, we're done.
There's so
And then
many.
the fact that they use GPS in their everyday life, and that's based on the Earth being a sphere,
Yeah.
that's fucking funny.
There's so much cooler scientific things that are plausible, such as multiple dimensions.
Right.
Quantum physics is fucking
It's
dope.
fascinating.
Yeah.
That it could be true. That's next level. It's like, why would you believe flat Earth? It's so
Holographic universe. It will blow your fucking mind.
Is that a part of the simulation theory? Okay.
Oh, it's like that there could be like many different worlds, many parallel
parallel- oh,
universes.
parallel
because
universe.
it's like we're a hologram broken off from a bigger piece of a large chunk, and like when you break apart a hologram, it shows the same picture on all the pieces.
So it's like parallel universe of different probabilities.
Yeah. It's
So in one of those, maybe the Earth
takes
is
a while
flat.
to keep the process.
In one of those, we would be sitting in different chairs.
It's like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Like where they have all the different versions.
That's tight.
And in every single world, Grime will still be a loser. That's the, no.
Wow, tell us how you really.
call me a
No,
savage?
she just sends a message to Just Kidding News. Well, that if the post is true, if it's trolling,
If it's trolling, genius.
yeah. If it's not,
I hope what she does is backtracks and goes like, yeah, I was trolling.
that's a good
That would
way to
be
get.
fucking funny.